Welcome to our video review for the quiz on writing equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. Question number 1 tells us to write the equation of the line that passes through the point -5, 0 and is parallel to the line y equals 2/5 x plus 1. So the thing to remember is that parallel lines have the same slope. So the slope of this line is 2/5. That means the slope of our new line is also going to be 2/5. We're going to start by writing our equation in point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we're going to substitute our slope and the x and y from this point into this point slope form. And whenever we substitute, we want to use parentheses so that we don't make mistakes. So we're going to go y minus our parentheses for y1 equals, we could just leave a space for our slope, and then x minus our parentheses for x1. So now we're going to plug in our slope, which is 2/5, that goes here. Our x value, which is -5, that goes here. And our y value, which is 0, that goes here. Now let's clean this up. Y minus 0 is just y. Then we have our slope, 2/5, times x minus -5 is x plus 5. Now to finish off, we want to write this in slope-intercept form, so all we need to do here is distribute. So 2/5 times x is 2/5 x, and 2/5 times 5 is 2. We bring down the y, and here is our answer. Y equals 2/5 x plus 2. Looking at number 2, we want to write the equation of the line that passes through the point 4, 3 and is parallel to the line y equals x minus 5. So what is the slope of this line? The slope of this line is 1. That's the invisible 1 in front of the x. And since we're writing a parallel line, we're going to keep the same slope. So let's start off by setting up our point slope form. Y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. And we're going to plug in our points. Our slope is 1. Our x value is 4. That goes here. And our y value is 3. That goes here. Now we can clean this up. This becomes y minus 3 equals 1 times x minus 4. Now we need to do two things to put this into slope-intercept form. We need to do distributive property on the right, and then on the left, we're going to need to get rid of this -3. So on the right here, when we distribute, 1 times x is x, and 1 times -4 is -4. So now we have y minus 3 equals x minus 4. And finally, we just need to get rid of this -3. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with y. And we end up with x, and -4 plus 3 is -1. So our equation is y equals x minus 1. Now on to number 3, we want to write the equation of the line that passes through the point 2, -4 and is parallel to the line y equals -4x minus 3. So we're going to keep the same slope again, and our slope is -4. Let's set up our point slope form. Y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. And we're going to plug in our numbers. Our slope is -4, that goes here. Our x value is 2, that goes here. And our y value is -4, that goes here. Now let's clean this up. Y minus -4 is y plus 4. And here x minus 2 is x minus 2. So next we want to put this in slope-intercept form. So we're going to distribute on the right, and then we're going to get rid of this +4. So first, let's distribute on the right. -4 times x is -4x. And -4 times -2 is +8. And we bring down this y plus 4. And now, finally, all we have to do is get rid of this 4. So we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with y. And on the right, 8 minus 4 is 4. So that's our answer. Y equals -4x plus 4. Moving on to number 4, we need to write the equation that passes through the point -3, -4 and is perpendicular to the line y equals 3x plus 2. So the thing to remember about perpendicular lines is that the slope of perpendicular lines are the opposite reciprocal. That means you're going to take the slope, you're going to flip it, and you're going to change the sign. So we take number 3, we take 3, which is our slope of this line, we're going to flip it, that is 1/3, and we're going to change the sign. So the slope of our new line is going to be negative 1/3, and the rest is the same. So we're going to set up our point slope form. Y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. And then we're going to plug in our points. Our slope is negative 1/3. Our x value is negative 3. That goes here. And our y value is negative 4. That goes here. So y minus negative 4 is y plus 4. And here x minus negative 3 is x plus 3. Next, we need to put this into slope-intercept form. So we're going to distribute on the right side. Negative 1/3 times x is negative 1/3 x. And negative 1/3 times 3 is negative 1. Then we're going to bring down the y plus 4. And then the last thing we need to do is get rid of this positive 4. So we are going to subtract 4 from both sides. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with y. And we have negative 1/3 x. And negative 1 minus 4, that is negative 5. So that is our answer. Y equals negative 1/3 x minus 5. On to question number 5. We want to write the equation of the line that passes through the point 3, 4 and is perpendicular to the line y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 4. So since we're writing a line that is perpendicular, we need the slope to be the opposite reciprocal. So the opposite reciprocal of negative 3 over 2 is positive 2/3. So let's set up our point slope. So y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. And let's plug in our information. So our slope is 2/3. Our x value is 3, that goes here. And our y value is 4, that goes here. Now let's clean this up. We get y minus 4 equals 2/3 times, and this becomes x minus 3. Now we're going to distribute. 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. And 2/3 times negative 3 is negative 2. We bring down the y minus 4. And now all we have to do is get rid of that negative 4. So we're going to add 4 to both sides. On the left, these cancel out, leaving us with y. And on the right, negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. So that's our answer. Y equals 2/3 x plus 2. All right, on to our last question, number 6. We want to write the equation of the line that goes through point negative 3, negative 1 and is perpendicular to the line y equals negative x plus 4. So again, perpendicular means opposite reciprocal slope. The slope of this line is a negative 1, and the opposite reciprocal of negative 1 is positive 1. So that's our slope. Now let's set up our point slope. Y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. And let's plug in our information. Our slope is 1. Our x value is negative 3. That goes here. And our y value is negative 1. That goes here. Now we clean this up. Y minus negative 1 becomes y plus 1 equals 1 times x minus negative 3 becomes x plus 3. And now we're going to put this into slope-intercept form. On the right, we're going to distribute. 1 times x is x, and 1 times 3 is 3. And we bring down the y plus 1. And then all we need to do is get rid of this 1, so we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. And we end up with y equals x plus 2. So that's our answer. Y equals x plus 2. All right, I hope that this review helps you to prepare for the quiz. Good luck.